Talk about the weather now. We were looking at traffic outside a little while ago and it was looking a little misty and damp out there.
Yeah, and look right now, it's just, still kind of just one of those dreary days we've seen, like I said, Hannah, no really hard rain like this afternoon, but just kind of that steady drizzle makes your windshield wipers move.
Yes, you just don't really want to be out and about and it feels sticky outside, got that, little bit of drizzle and the cloudy conditions. I mean, it would be nice if we had a little bit of sun, but you know what brightened my day? I got to go and do a school visit. I went to Boynton Elementary School in Georgia this afternoon, or earlier this morning. They had a school career fair. So maybe could you guys take this full? There we go. So these kids dressed up as what they wanted to be. So we had cheerleaders, we had doctors, we had baseball players, we had, we had artists, we had painters, singers. Oh, we got a veterinarian in there. These kids were the sweetest ever and they loved weather. Some of them had some amazing questions and we talked all about the questions and answers, what it means to be a meteorologist. So you guys at Boynton Elementary School, thank you so much for having me. We had a blast. Let's talk now. Let's go into kind of the, glass half full, glass half empty. We were talking about the fun stuff here for the career fair. Now we got to talk about the severe weather threat. So this is the outlook for tomorrow. That is Thursday, May the 8th. And you can see that there is a marginal risk, which covers a lot of Tennessee, as well as a slight risk in the yellow that covers portions of our area. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here and we'll take a look at some of the areas. So you see that we're kind of split in between there. And I don't want you guys to get too caught up on the colors, but the areas in the yellow, that slight 2 out of 5 risk, could see a slightly higher risk of some gusty winds, as well as the threat for some hail. So there you can see on our severe threat scale that flood risk is pretty low, as well as the tornado risk. Really not expecting any tornadic activity. The biggest thing we're looking at is the potential for large hail and high winds. So here you can see on the map in the yellow, that's where you got a slightly higher possibility of seeing some gusty winds and damaging wind gusts. And then there in the 5%, you're on the lower side, but still you could see a little bit of those gusty winds of up to 65 miles per hour, I might add. Here's a look at your hail outlook. So shifting just a little bit, but still kind of that same thing there in the slight yellow. That's the higher risk. In the 5%, that's lesser risk, but still there. So let's take a look at the future cast. Heading into the rest of tonight, maybe a few scattered showers, and then heading early in the morning, it looks like we might get a little bit of a pop of a thunderstorm moving through. Not expecting that to be severe, but heading later on into the afternoon, that's when we'll start to see those storms begin to pop, especially heading later on into the evening. That's when we could possibly see some of those storms be strong to even severe as that low pressure system moves through. This is not looking like an overnight event, so most of this should weaken and move out of our way heading into your early Friday morning. But that's not the end of the rainy conditions. Unfortunately, the rain sticks around all week long, and look at that, a couple days heading into next week. So advice I got to give you is just keep that umbrella or rain jacket in your car or on you before you head out so that you don't get caught in a stray shower. Back to you, Latrice.